All right, greetings, y'all. So this will be our pick a card reading, and we're going to be asking about true love or limerence. Some of you guys are familiar with the concept of limerence. Some of you may not be familiar with that concept, but um, if not, you were going to learn today. So if you're a easily triggered individual or just very sensitive to messages, I would encourage you probably to think twice before you tap into this, because I don't sugarcoat my readings. I say what needs to be said. If that means it's going to help somebody to heal. So, um, yeah. All right. I don't know why it looks so blurry. Hold on. I don't know what's going on. Let me see. Make sure. Yeah. I don't know. It is a little bit blurry. I'm not sure why. Hopefully it'll clear up. Okay. Alright, just have to light my candle, make sure the energy is good and right. There it goes. Yay, cleared up. Okay. So I have some fun cards for us to use. I'm going to use this Cosmic Dreamscape Astrology Oracle deck. And I'm going to use the Queer Tarot. I love it. They're fun. They're colorful. Okay. Alrighty. And we're going to be using the Sacred Circle for our reading. Alright, so yeah, before we get started into the pick a card, you guys, if you're interested in your own personal reading, after the pick a card is done, we're going to do those personal reads for $22. So if you want to be added to the list, there will be a timestamp added next to each person's name that purchased a reading on the live tonight. So you can come back and watch this whenever you want. So if you want to participate, all you got to do is click the black bubble in the chat section of this live, and all of my information will be right there. Okay. So, silly me, I forgot to give you options to choose from for each pile, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. We'll figure something clever out. It's okay. Um, so let's see here. Actually, let's move these out the way for a second. And I'm going to grab us some items to choose from. Give me 1 second. I appreciate you guys for being patient. Okay, so I have 3 piles for you guys to choose from, or 3 crystals rather to choose from. Let's do the rose quartz cylinder, the aura quartz, and the clear quartz. Okay, so pile 1, you are the rose quartz. Pile 2, you are the aura quartz. And pile 3, you are the clear quartz. Okay. All right. So I'll give you guys a moment to meditate and reflect on which of these resonate with you. And then we'll go ahead and start. Okay. We'll go ahead and start the reading, start the live. All right, so if you guys chose the rose quartz cylinder, this is your reading. So we're gonna tap into the energy of whether the connection that you have on your heart and on your mind is true love or is it limerence, okay? So this reading is going to help us to distinguish between a genuine connection, okay, or if it's just infatuation or projection or just some sort of imbalanced or unbalanced attachment, okay, to a particular person, or it could be a love style. If you're not asking about a specific person and you just want to know if you're operating, in your connections from healthy relationships or through unhealthy relationships. Okay, so this is going to help bring some clarity, hopefully, tap into what we need for our emotional growth. Okay, so let's go ahead and tap in, okay, and see what Spirit wants us to know. Okay, so yeah, I'm here to help, but I must admit that my readings, because they don't sugarcoat, they can be quite triggering because I tell it like it is, and I know that sometimes people don't like that sort of delivery. It's not everybody's cup of tea sometimes, but I don't want to keep people in that fairy la la land shit. It's not cool. Doesn't help anybody. So let's discern here. Let's discern between whether we are dealing with healthy relationships or connections, or are we dealing with fluctuations, fantasies, things like that? What do we need to heal in order to find genuine love? Okay. All right. So we are on pile number 1. Let's get it. Hey, Ro. We're starting off with the pick a card first. And I'm doing this live, so I'm sorry for the interruptions. This is not going to be like a traditional, commercially type pick a card reading that y'all used to on YouTube. We're just going with the flow here. All right, so pile 1. What are you truly seeking in a relationship? What are you truly seeking in a relationship? What is it that pile number 1 truly seeks and desires in a relationship? Okay, this whole this whole pile separated itself. So I'm going to take this part of the deck because I feel like that's for a reason. Let's put this to the side. All right, so I'm going to take this as all of our cards. So you have the King of Pentacles. You're looking for, what you're truly seeking in a relationship is someone that is reliable, okay? Somebody that feel like you feel supported by, someone that you feel maybe takes care of your needs in more ways than one. I don't feel like it's just like material financially because of the Pentacle thing. I feel like Earth energy is very grounded and stable. Could be someone that is very dedicated, very devoted to the things that they care about, things that they find value in, the people that they find value in. So you're looking for a relationship that is stable, reliable, someone that you feel like will work hard for the connection, will put in the actual work and effort to help build and to grow with you. So I feel like that's a healthy concept of love. It's fair. For some of you guys may also prioritize someone that is financially stable, and there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like that's fair as well. I don't feel like you guys are superficial. I don't get superficiality from this energy. I feel like you want someone that, yes, is able to either, take care of the bills, make sure that they're stable, they're grounded, but I feel like you care about a person's wellness and their health. So this might be my healthy pile right here. Healthy relationship energy, okay? So that's good. Okay, so I feel like you are seeking something that's genuine rather than not. So that's a good thing, okay? So what is your current relationship based on? Is it genuine love or is it just physical attraction? And if you're not in a current connection or interested in anyone, your love style, how you tend to go about it, let's tap into that. So just place it where it resonates with you, pile number 1, okay? Let's tap in. Okay, stop. Okay, so the Tower. Wow. For some of you, it could be a little bit of lust if you are currently connecting with someone or you're interested in someone. But I'm getting like mixed messages though, so just take it where it resonates. I feel like initially when this person came into your sphere, and if there's no one in your sphere that you're interested in, I feel like it takes a special person to get your attention. And I feel like some of you guys might equate sometimes like, oh, I must be obsessed, or oh, it must be lust. Sometimes like if someone comes into your energy field that catches you off guard, that kind of sends a soul shock through your body, like, oh my God, like a fire, like who was that? In your mind, sometimes it might feel like lust or obsession. It might. And in some cases, maybe it is. But I feel like for you, you're not the type of person that just gravitates towards anybody easily. I feel like, again, it takes a special person to get your attention. And what I mean by special, they don't have to be like a celebrity or somebody with money or somebody that everybody wants or conventionally pretty or handsome. It's someone that I feel like your soul is like, there's something significant or special about this person and or this connection or this encounter or this experience. So I would say it's not really based off of genuine love or just physical attraction. I feel like it's like spiritual attraction. Does that make sense? If you are currently connecting with someone, I feel like this is someone that you didn't expect. You didn't look out for them. It's not somebody that maybe is your usual type even as well. So it's like there's more underneath the surface of what captured your attention about this person. The funny thing about the tower, though, is it is Mars ruling. So Mars is the god of war. So I feel like there's, it could be a little bit of lusty energy, or again, that fiery energy. It feels purposeful. It feels like something like, what is this? I got to see about this. Okay. So what fantasies or idealizations may you be projecting onto this person? If there is a person, if there's not a person, what fantasies or idealizations may you be projecting onto people that you are interested in, or a person when you're interested in them? Let's see. Divine Spirit. If any, because it might not be any fantasies or idealizations. It might not be that. Two of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like you're pretty grounded when it comes to your relationships. I feel like you don't give in to your lust or your fantasies too much when it comes to people. You could be an earth sign or even an air sign. I feel like there's a level of groundedness with you that you weigh the pros and the cons, or you try to read both sides of an energy to discern what you're operating in. So you might be someone that is quite balanced when it comes to your desires. You don't give in too much to fantasies and ideals. You don't get carried away. It's like, okay, let me stop. Do I really like this person? Am I really interested in them? Am I in love, or is it something else? So I feel like you're pretty balanced in that way. I don't feel like you're idealizing or projecting anything onto anybody, actually. Interesting. Hey, Tawanda, how are you, sis? Happy Saturday. How you doing? Okay, so yeah, I don't see any type of unrealistic expectations or fantasies maybe that you have of a particular person or people that you're interested in when you're interested. I don't see that. Okay. So let's see what the true intentions or wants and feelings are of the person that maybe you're connecting with, if there is a person. And if it's not a person, then potentially what are your intentions, your wants and feelings when it comes to a connection, when you do connect with someone. So if there's a person, spirit, let's see, thank you. The Seven of Wands. Some of you guys, you're not asking about a particular person. For some reason, I don't know. For some reason, I don't feel like there's a person specifically that you're dealing with or have on your mind. You could be just trying to sort through your emotional wellness when it comes to love. Is it a healthy desire? I feel like it's more so of an inner check-in than it is about a person that you're trying to discern whether it's a lust, limerence, or a true love, genuine connection type of thing. Now, if you are seeking clarity about a particular person, for some of you, this person may not want anything. May not necessarily be just specifically they don't want anything with you, but they may not want anything when it comes to love, like anything serious at least. This person's very defensive. This person's intentions is to kind of protect themselves against love and relationships right now. I don't feel like this person is looking for that. I feel like they like their independence. They like being single. They don't like having to commit themselves to just one person right now, or even maybe they're just choosing not to date. Now, for some of you, that's your stance. You're not looking for anything like serious right now. Maybe you're feeling like, I'm not ready. I have some things I need to work on first before I can allow someone into my life. And I feel like that's true. I see you sorting through this energy. So this person's wants is, it's like kind of like to keep away, like protect their energy, or just like guard themselves, guard their heart. They're not looking for anything romantic or serious right now. Okay. Let's see, what energy are you contributing to this dynamic? If there is a dynamic that you are involved in, what are you contributing? And if there's no one that you are connecting with at this time, what are you contributing in the dynamic of love, or what would you contribute based off of the current energy that you're in right now? What would you contribute? So let's tap in. Let's see, Spirit. Seven of Cups in reverse. No nonsense. I'm not looking to, I want to be real. Seven of Cups in reverse. I want to be real. I don't want to give in to fantasies and illusions. I want to be clear in what it is that I want and what I truly desire from a healthy place. I want to discern every want and need that I have and make sure that it is healthy for me, that it's in alignment, that perhaps I'm on the same page with a person, or if it's a particular person, that I'm on the same page. So what you're contributing is like, you want to make sure that you're not projecting any falseness into a connection, that you're not operating out of illusions and conclusions that aren't real. Yeah. That's a good thing. I feel like you're avoiding giving into delusions and things that are not healthy, or reaching and desiring things that are not healthy for you. You want to make sure that, yeah, it's like you want to be sober minded when it comes to who you're interacting with, or when you potentially get into a connection, you want to make sure that you're sober minded in that, and why you want things, or why are you desiring certain. It's like you want to be clear within yourself, emotionally and spiritually, what you're doing, what you're tapping into. That's a good thing. Okay. So what is a genuine sign that love is present in a particular connection that you're already in, or a potential future connection? So let's see. This is just to see what a clear picture of true love really actually looks like in an existing connection, or a potential future connection. Let's tap in. So you don't have to have a person in mind. Let's see. What is a genuine sign that love is present? Let's see. Strength in reverse. No ego. There's no competition. There's no like it's no selfishness. It's all about me. It's no stubbornness. No person is bigger or better than the other. It's like a mutual exchange of energy, an equal respect of each other individually. I respect you as your own person. We both may be very strong characters, very strong personalities, very confident individuals, believing in ourselves, that we're very independent, but there's no beef, there's no drama, there's no competition, there's no, and it's like, if we do have disagreements, we know how to work through it through compassion and patience with one another, respecting each other's differences. I'm not trying to make you out to be someone that you're not, and you're not trying to make me out to be someone I'm not. It's like, if we don't resonate with each other, then what are we doing? We shouldn't even be with each other. But if it be that my quirks and your quirks sometimes clashes, can we still work it out? Like, there's no pride, there's no cold shoulder, there's no trying to pick a fight or an argument, or trying to prove I'm right and you're wrong. It's like, that is going to be a sign of a genuine connection. And another thing too is that you don't feel the need to try to control the other person, or the other person doesn't feel the need to try to control you. There's a respect. That's what I'm getting. It's a respect of individuality in this connection. There's a showing up for each other and trying to, because you might actually end up being with someone that is, whether it's like the person that you settle down with, or someone that you get into a serious connection with next, or it could be the person that you're connecting with, if it's a true genuine connection. If not, I feel like whoever you're your healthiest or best relationship is going to be someone maybe that's different from you in a lot of ways. Like you guys operate quite differently. So it's like a person that may have grown up in a different type of environment or upbringing or lifestyle versus yours, and you guys may still have those similar compatibilities and things like that about each other that you do resonate with, but there might be some challenges of differences, whether it's culture, whether it's age, or whatever the case may be. I feel like that respect is there for individuality. It's welcomed. And if it is a challenge sometimes, it's that let's seek to find harmony and balance and respect. Okay, so that's a sign of a genuine connection. What that stability and trust and deep care will look like for you. So next we're going to ask, what emotional or mental attachments do you need to release for clarity, to get the clarity that you need? What attachments or insecurities may be clouding your judgment? Let's tap in and see. If any, because there might not be too many or any at all. Let's see. Temperance. Some of you guys might have a slight insecurity that you're too much, and it's going to be hard for someone to show up for you or be what you need, or someone to have patience or love for you. You might doubt that sometimes. That could be an insecurity of yours, that you feel like something about you is too eccentric, or again, I don't know, I'm hearing too much for a person, that you feel like, will anyone really be able to handle me? Will anyone, feel the need to pour into a connection with me or desire to? Will someone be patient with me? And it could be because you're aware of certain things that you're working through and healing, and it's like, will a person have patience enough to respect and honor that, or have compassion enough for me? So that's something that I feel like you might need to work through, that type of belief about yourself, potentially. Like, that's something that needs to be worked through, I feel like. Okay. All right. So what steps can you take to heal from past patterns or wounds in love? Let's see. What steps can pile number 1 take to heal from past patterns or wounds in love? Page of Swords. I feel like the step is to be open-minded. Like, the way that love is going to pan out for you may be very different than what you like. It could be a restriction that you have around, like, again, if it's this belief that you're too difficult, you're too challenging, or is anyone going to have patience with me? Don't put yourself in a box of feeling like you're just this anomaly that nobody will ever be able to figure out or be able to love or care for. It's like, if you exist, there's someone out there for you that exists as well, right? So therefore, you're not too difficult to love. Someone will have compassion and patience for you, and with you. So there's something about shifting the way that you see yourself, and the skepticism and maybe the mistrust that you might have, or just like the uncertainty, or kind of like a lack of a grounded, it's almost like this could be something that predates your adult self. It could be something that you took on as a child, a belief that you had about yourself, or something that you experienced as a child that's kind of making you have that perception of being too much, being too challenging, too eccentric, too strange, someone that maybe someone wouldn't be able to have compassion or hold space for, be patient with, that type of thing. Okay. All right. So what can you do to invite a clear and genuine love into your life? What can you do to invite this? What can pile number 1 do to invite a clear and genuine love into your life? Okay, justice. Continue making decisions that are healthy and balanced. that not only just serve your highest good, but considering all parties involved. So, for instance, if you know a person is not for you, y'all don't vibe, y'all don't really resonate with each other, it's all, if, in all fairness, the decision would be, okay, well, let's be real, let's be honest. um we're not vibing, we're not resonating, we're not really that compatible. I don't feel like, this is gonna work. So instead of like trying to force it or being selfish and being like, no, but I don't want nobody else to have this person, instead of doing that, it's like, no, I'll free myself because this isn't for me, and I want to open myself up for what is for me, and also free the person so that they also can receive who and what is for them, instead of holding on to it out of fear, out of selfishness, out of greed, or whatever the case may be, out of the ego, right? So in conclusion, actually, before I do that, I want to use the astrology cards real quick, the cosmic astrology cards, just to see what else wants to come out. um but yeah, so far, if this is resonating with y'all, like the video, I greatly appreciate that. And if you guys want your own personal reads, I will be doing personal reads for $22 after this live, after the pick a card. If you want to stick around for that, all the information is in the description or in the chat. All right. So you have, I believe this is Paulus, and it says, fight the good fight. And Leo, confidence is key. So someone definitely could have Leo energy, fire sign energy. You did have the strength card. The Seven of Wands is also a Leo placement. So I feel like the encouragement when it comes to your love journey is to have confidence in yourself and confidence in what you desire, that it is feasible, that you can have it, that you are deserving of it, and continue to keep pushing, like fight the good fight, but know how to discern when something is worth the fight versus when it's time to let something go and walk away and be open to more. So in conclusion, what I'm getting, if you are connecting with a particular person, I don't believe it's limerence. I don't feel like it's genuine love yet. I feel like it's a genuine interest. At least up until this point. So you're trying to figure out or find balance. The person that you're connecting with, though, I feel like they're not open to connecting, though. At this point, I don't feel like they are. And if there is not a particular person that you have in mind or that you're asking about for this reading, I feel like your approach to love is quite balanced. I don't feel like you operate in limerence. And if you catch yourself falling into that, you fall back and you find your balance in your center, because I feel like you check in with yourself. You use your discernment. You move in a sober mind for the most part. You're aware of yourself. You're aware of your emotions. You're aware of, or you catch yourself and you try to discern, like make sure, like, okay, is this like a healthy move? Is this, what is this? Is it me projecting? Is this me genuinely connecting with someone? Like, what is it? And I feel like, again, if a person captures your attention, oftentimes you know that it's someone that is significant. It's not just, oh, this person is just attractive, or I'm desperate, I'm lonely. It's like you catch yourself. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for you, pile number one. I hope that this reading resonated with you and was helpful and you found something insightful, something to reflect upon, maybe confirmations, okay? Motivation and encouragement, okay? So best of luck to you on your love journey, your healing journey as well. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Like this video if it genuinely resonates. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. If you guys want to stick around for the rest of the reading, or you want to get a quick personal read for $22 while we're on the live as well. All the information, like I said, is in the chat or in the description. So much love to you, pile number one. Let's go ahead and move on to pile number two now. Let's clear these cards up, clear the energies. These cards are so cute. I love them. All right. These tarot cards kind of give me like psychedelic vibes a little bit. I like them. Kind of vintage. Okay. All right, so all right, pile number two. If you guys were drawn to the clear quartz, this is your reading. Okay. or not the clear quartz, sorry, the aura quartz. My bad. Pile 2. All right, so the aura pink quartz is your crystal of choice. So we're going to tap in and see if the connection or the person that you're connecting with or interested in, is it based off of a genuine connection, genuine love, or is it based off of physical attraction or some sort of limerence or idealization? So this reading is here to just encourage us to heal, maybe bring self-awareness and clarity when approaching love, okay, from a healthy place, right? So let's tap in and let's see. Okay. So if you're a sensitive person and you don't like hearing challenging messages and things like that, like if you're easily triggered, maybe not watch the reading right now at this moment in time. But if you are fully prepared to hear what needs to be heard, and it has to resonate with you, first of all, meaning that it rings true to what's going on, even if it's a little painful, a little triggering or annoying to hear, ultimately you know the truth within yourself. If it's not for you, it's not for you. So obviously it's not a personal reading, so not everything is going to resonate fully with you. However, if it is for you, you'll find at least one thing or two that will stand out to you, right? All right, so let's get started. What are you truly seeking in a relationship? Pile number 2. Spirit, what is pile number 2 truly seeking in a relationship? What is pile number 2 truly seeking in a relationship? The High Priestess. You want something sacred. You want something that is, I feel like you want a deeply spiritual connection. Someone that you can trust with the inner parts of your soul. Like, you might be someone that is very, very protective of your energy. You don't mess around. You may be like quite spiritually connected. Whether you have your own spiritual practices, faith, beliefs, you're an intuitive yourself, you're a sacred woman, sacred man, and you know that not every connection is meant to be explored. Not every person that tickles your fancy is someone that you should allow into your life. You're very discerning in that way, or you've learned to be very discerning and wise, like who becomes a part of your spiritual journey, who becomes a part of your life. You may be even practicing abstinence from sex or celibacy. There's something sacred about your energy, like, or you know that you're sacred. You know that your energy is precious and you're very wise. And a lot of people could be very intimidated by you. You could be someone that's quite the mystery. People can't figure you out. You might intimidate people just as equally as you intrigue people too. So you seek that deep connection. You seek a spiritually, it's like you're open to learning from your partnerships and connections. You look for what's there and what's hidden. You may also be someone that is a spiritual counsel for people that you love or people that come to you. You're a spiritual counselor. You're someone that's like a safe space, a safe haven, a healer. So I feel like you don't just like, you ain't just letting everybody into your space, okay? You chose that aura quartz for a reason. Okay, so is your current relationship based on genuine love or physical attraction, or do you tend to fall for relationships based off of genuine love or just physical attraction? So if you don't have a person in mind, take it as it resonates. Let's see. The Emperor. Yeah, you know yourself to a strong level of, or degree, to where what you're looking for, it has to align. It has to be purposeful with who you are, with your identity. The Emperor card is ruled by Aries, which is the ruler of the first house, the I am. Okay? That image of self, that purpose, that ambition. So it's the first house is the self, our identity. So I feel like you know yourself enough to, whatever your connections are, I feel like they are based off of genuine connectedness, if not love yet. I don't get limerence. Whoa. I just dropped half of the deck on the floor. Yeah. So as far as the Emperor goes, you want somebody that knows themselves as well. I don't feel like you're interested in people that are time wasters. You're not interested in people that are immature, people that lack self awareness. I don't feel like that is attractive to you. You might hold space for people and like you're not judgmental, but you are someone that's wise in your decisions and your choices. You look at the greater, bigger picture. So if you're connecting with someone, I feel like it has to be something that is purposeful or speaks to like the true identity of yourself. So just because somebody is fine as wine or whatever, somebody is a baddie, that doesn't mean it's not enough for you. Just because somebody has money or whatever, that's not enough for you. It has to be something divinely purposeful about a person for you to have a genuine connection with him. So if you are connecting with someone, there's something that you see in them that you feel like resonates or speaks to an inner part of you where you trust their leadership or you trust that this person is someone that is self-aware, someone that respects themselves, that respects others, that has vision and purpose, that has ambition, confidence. All right. So, if any, what fantasies or idealizations may you be projecting onto this person, if there is a person? If not, if there's any projections or fantasies or idealizations that you may be placing onto your connections in your future, or you tend to, we'll uncover that. And if not, it may not be any at all. Let's see. The Lovers. For some of you, if there is a person you may be kind of idealizing that this person is like your one, your soulmate, or maybe if you use those terms, soulmate, twin flame, divine counterpart, your person, you know, them titles, right? There might be a little bit of that. Um, and if there's not a person that you're dealing with or connecting with or interested in, it's just you checking in with yourself, period. That's it. I feel like the idealizations or fantasies that you have, but I don't really feel like it's negative or anything, at least to take negatively, that the fact that you do believe that there is a person, like one person destined for you. You may believe in soulmates. You may believe in twin flames. Again, I feel like you're a very deeply spiritual person. My whole thing is, just because people watch tarot does not mean that they're spiritually connected and tuned people. Some people watch tarot just to kind of fix their ego, or get that egoic fix, or what does my future hold, like to where they just think that everything's going to be handed on a silver platter, that they don't have to do inner work or reflect or use their intuition, which, you know, so not everyone that watches tarot is spiritual. You know, it's a spiritual tool, but that don't mean the person themselves is spiritual. Does that make sense? But for you, I do feel like you are really actually spiritually tapped into yourself, and that you do have a spiritual connectedness to people around you, the world around you, yourself, God, source, your divine team. Like, you are spiritually in tune. So I feel like a part of you does have those spiritual concepts of what love is, and that there's a bigger or greater purpose to connections. And some of you maybe not believe that there's only one person, but you believe that every encounter you have with someone is deeply spiritual, that there's something to take from it. The good, the bad, the ugly, the light, the shadow, the whatever. It's like you have those perceptions. So it may not be a negative thing, a fantasy or idealization, but for some of you it could be that there's someone that you, whether this is actually fact or not, there is like maybe a conviction, if there's a person that you're connecting with, that they're your person, that they're your one, that they're your soulmate, they're your twin flame, they're your mirror, whatever lingo that you use. So that's what I see with, as far as like potential, you know, idealizations maybe. But let's see, if there is a person, what are their true intentions, wants, and feelings? And if there's not a person, what are your true intentions, wants, and feelings around love right now? Let's see. Okay, so they gave me 2 cards. Good. Okay. Whoa. That third one tried to fly out. If there is a person, I feel like they do desire, this person's intentions is they want an equal, fair relationship. Like, they desire that. I feel like their intentions are to be a partner that has the ability to give to the connection in a fair, just way. Where, yeah, it's a fair exchange. I feel like they may be kind of like, this person may be not quite, the Empress was that third card that flew out. I'm going to put her over here. This person could not, maybe they're not fully decided on just one person, or if this is someone that you just are getting to know, I feel like they're still open to other options, and they want to make sure that whoever they invest in a solidified way, like a solid commitment, that it is somebody that they feel they can grow with, where it takes two to tango, where it has to be a team effort and work. Someone that they can rely on and trust, where, you know, because I don't feel like this person just invests in anything or anyone. They're very particular and very patient with their decisions and choices when it comes to love. Um, this person could feel that you are someone that does match their energy quite well. You have the Emperor and the Empress here in the same reading, the same spread, and even the Lover. So there is some sort of genuine connection that you are experiencing, I feel like, but please use your discernment. If this person ain't talking to you, ain't never talked to you, spoke to you, whatever, do not be up in the limerence in that capacity, because that's just past limerence. That's just delusional rapport, and you know, don't do that to yourself. So use your discernment, y'all. Like, have some practicality to your spirituality, okay? Like, don't just be all up in the spiritual realm in the clouds to where you just lost in the sauce, okay? In a saucer somewhere, in the clouds. But anywho, I feel like if it's just you're not asking about a particular person or anything like that. I feel like your wants and your intentions with love is to keep open. You know, you're anticipating that there is something or someone special out there for me. And I feel like keep in that direction. That's a healthy place to be. That energy of expectance and also receptivity. Like, you're expecting an arrival of something, but you're also in a place of receiving it. So that's a healthy energy. You're not just expecting something, but you're not open. You're not in the heart space to receive. You know what I mean? But you're open. So I see that you are open. All right. So I'm going to ask, what is it that you are contributing to a particular dynamic? If there's no particular dynamic, then what could you contribute to a dynamic, a romantic connection or dynamic? These cards, man. The Devil card flew out. Now, I'm going to pull another, because I don't feel like this is for people that are just watching for themselves or not asking about a particular person. I feel like the Devil card is for people that are actually connecting with someone or interested in someone. There's a person that you have in mind for this reading. The Devil card, I feel like what you are contributing is a little bit of obsessive energy. So there's a little bit of limerence. I feel just a bit, and even if it's not limerence completely. So what I mean by that is that it could be a genuine connection. It could be someone that is significant, and you guys are both. When I say genuine connection, it's not one-sided. It's not just you thinking that there's a connection when there's not. It's two people that are actually genuinely exchanging with each other. It's not just this one-sided infatuation, but there could be that projection again of what this is and what you think it is, or what you feel like it is, or what it should be, what you may have concluded or suspect that this connection is. And there's a little bit of obsession with the connection. So though it could be a genuine connection that you are in, like I said, there's that projection of what is it, and this is my soulmate, this is my twin flamer, it's gotta be, or I feel like, or what are we, what is this? Even if you're not into those spiritual concepts, it's like, what are we, what is this? Instead of like getting to know the person, or allowing the connection to organically unfold and flow, it's like this obsession with that's the attachment aspect rather than the lovers. The lovers is genuine connection. There are no strings attached. There's just flow, receptivity, openness, that beautiful exchange. I'm not holding you captive, you're not holding me captive. I'm not restricted, you're not restricted. We're open, we're flowing, we're vibing. Whereas the devil is like an attachment energy. So I feel like that's what's being contributed on your end. Now, if you're not asking about anyone, it's just you. What are you, or what could you contribute to your future dynamic or dynamics in relationships and love? The sun. So lightheartedness, playfulness, positive energy, good vibes, revitalizing, maybe bringing an energy that sparks people, makes them feel more alive, makes them feel more in tune with their inner self, makes them more in tune with their inner child, their innocence, that pure energy, that pure connection with the world around them, themselves, their desires, their goals, their ambitions, like redefining that, giving them that light, that spark again. That's what I feel like for those of you that are it's just you right now. You're not asking about anybody. That is what you could contribute to your future dynamic or dynamics. Okay. All right. So let's move on. What are genuine signs that love is present within an existing connection? And if there's not a existing connection that you're asking about, same energy. What are the genuine signs that love is present in a connection for you? Okay, let's see. What are the signs that a genuine connection is present? The Queen of Swords in reverse. Interesting. For some of you, if that, I keep hearing the word anal. Like some of you guys could be real, like, heels to the ground about things. I'm not sure if that makes sense. But it's like very stern and like very fixed. Like it's this or it's nothing type of vibe. And I feel like once that is removed, or once you find yourself not being in that energy, not so restricted or fixed, that is how you know it's there, because that means that you really trust the person. I feel like when you're like this, it's because you don't trust the person, or you may not fully trust yourself. You, hence why you feel the need to kind of control things. The things got to have this certain, it has to make full sense but the making sense of things is coming from a place that's too fixed and in a box. So once you're a little bit open, or that need to control or try to make sense of every little thing, and boom, 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 check this off my list and that off the list. And you know that you're in a genuine connection because you're trusting. And it's interesting because at the bottom of the deck, you have the Fool. So yeah, you could be a fixed sign. The Four Wands being the Sun in Aries card. You could be an Aries too, by the way, or Venus in Aries. It's like, I want what I want. And there's nothing wrong with knowing what you want and being very like sure and certain of yourself and confident in that. But it's like the vision could look a little bit different, but are you open to that? It's not saying that the foundation and base of what you want is not possible and that you're undeserving of it and it's never going to happen. It's more so saying like, be open to the ways of how it manifests and how it comes to be, how it comes to pass. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I get like there's these concepts, like spiritual relationship concepts that you're kind of like very particular about, very fond of, or just like, this is the gospel truth and this is, but it's not to say that soulmates don't exist or divine counterparts don't exist, but it's like the way in which that's what I don't resonate with the twin flame journey like that. Like, to a degree, I feel like it's a very limited concept sometimes, because it's like all these, oh, this is the signs, this is the what's it called, these are the stages and phases of a twin flame journey and blah 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 blah. And it's like people get so fixed on that, or this is a sign of a twin flame union and this is a karmic union, like all that fixed, like the signs and synchronicities. And I'm kind of picking that up with the four wands, that 1111 energy, where the 1111 energy says, you know, it's spiritual. It could be an awakening message. It could be a message of twin flames and soulmates, or your soulmate is coming to some people, and it might mean something different to another person. So again, that don't be so fixed and put yourself in this box, or put your relationships, your experiences in a box. So those attachments, I feel like Spirit wants you to work through that. Okay. All right. What steps can you take to heal from past patterns or wounds in love? What steps can pile number 2 take to heal from past patterns or wounds in love? Let's see. What steps can pile number 2 take to heal from past patterns or wounds in love? 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Work on your level of patience. And I feel like the patience is not so much about another person, but your patience with yourself. Maybe even patience with the divine, the universe, God, source, whatever you believe that you're connected to that may also participate in how things unfold in your life. Like, have a little bit more patience and compassion. The 7 of Pentacles is a Taurus card. Taurus rules the second house. It's it's the house of like our finances, our stability, our assets, jobs, careers, things like that. Taurus, like Taurus energy, speaking from a Taurus, a Taurus, triple Taurus child. Yes, triple Taurus. All the way through, I'm a true blue Taurian, okay? So your sis knows the thing too about being a little stubborn, a little fixed, okay? I understand. Bend a little. It's okay. It's okay to bend a little. Water your garden. Nurture it. Nurture yourself. Nurture your goals, your visions, your desires in a way of believing in them, sending love to them. But the time and the place and the season in which these seeds are going to grow is completely under divine alignment. It's not going to happen exactly when we want it. It may sprout a little bit different than we're used to. Some of the seeds may come before the other ones, you know, or certain plants that we plant in our garden. Some of them may sprout or come about. Some of them may die. Some of them may be reborn again. It's like you have to have patience for the season that you're in and how it unfolds and how it happens. It's not going to be, I keep hearing the word anal. It's not going to be in that false sense of perfectionism. Does that make sense? It's not going to be in that. Okay? All right. All right, so last but not least, let's ask the question, how can you invite a clear and genuine love into your life? What can you do to invite this? To open the gates, the portals to this, what can you do? The King of Wands, okay? So what can you do? Hold that vision until you manifest it. The King of Wands once was the Page of Wands. When he was on that adventure, he felt that spark, that desire to follow his dreams, his passions, his ambitions. He kept creating, he kept building, kept manifesting. He might have been impulsive sometimes, might have been overtly passionate and just like, I'm anxious, I gotta have it, I gotta have this happen. But the learning through the process of your magic and your ability to manifest some things, like, okay, I learned that this works for me, or sometimes this is, you know, what works best for me when manifesting is X, Y, and Z, or I need to be more receptive, more playful, more open, more exciting, or I need to find that place back with myself where I used to be wide-eyed, but in a balanced way where I believed and I trusted and I went for it. I had confidence. It's like finding that, because the King of Wands has mastered his ability to create, to manifest. He's confident. He's self-assured. And I feel like you are already those things, but it's like keep at it, but more so in a more heart-centered place. Not so in your head, not so fixed on things needing to be like the word anal keeps coming to me. I can't help it. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. So let's pull from the astrology cards here and see what else wants to come through. Any other messages, any clarifiers or more insight, more messages or advice from spirit. Pile number 2. Spirit, what other messages do you have for pile number 2? Trying. Things are magically aligning. Yes, they are. And I feel like you're somebody that also too is like big on signs and synchronicities. Like you know, I feel like the signs around you are telling you that things are perfectly aligning. So don't worry about too much of the how and just trust spirit. Don't hold on to anything that may leave your life. Like if it's leaving your life, whether it's for a time, temporarily, for a season, or it's permanent, like be receptive, be open, and know that that's also a part of the alignment and the manifestation. Things have to realign and adjust in a way. Things have to be removed as well. Like it's part of the process. Your cards is just like flying everywhere. All right, Midhaven. Mind your reputation. Your Midhaven could be one of the fixed signs. Aries energy kept coming out quite a bit. I kept feeling that. So maybe you have a midhaven in Aries or something. I don't know why that would be significant. Or some sort of astrological placement. It may be meant for you to be in a specific partnership, like a type of dynamic, a union, a connection that you feel like aligns with your divine purpose. And so maybe that's why you're so passionate and a little bit anxious. And I always say that sometimes like when we have a strong passion for something that we really, really want, and we cannot let it go until it manifests, because our soul knows that it's meant to come to pass, but our physical, our fleshly self, our human self gets very anxious and like, well, how, when, where, how is that going to come about? When is it going to happen? Who is it going to be with? What is it going to be like? I need to know. That anxiousness comes in, but the soul already knows. Okay. So I'm going to leave it at that. Okay. So much love to you, pile number 2. Thank you so much for watching. If this reading genuinely resonated and helped you out, was insightful, healing, encouraging, be sure to like the video. I greatly appreciate the love. Don't gatekeep the channel. Share it with someone you feel like it may also bless or benefit. And yeah, if y'all want to stick around for the other pile, y'all are welcome to do that. Or if you want to stick around for the personal reads for $22, I'm going to be doing that after the pick a card. So if you want to stick around, all the information is in the black chat bubble and also in the description box of this video. So much love to y'all. Be blessed, be safe, and peace. All right, pile number 3. Last but not least is pile number 5. We are at, let's see, I can't see. Oh, I cannot see that. 58:41. Okay. All right, let's do 58 minutes and 50 seconds for pile number 3. So I appreciate you guys for watching thus far. Okay, so let's get prepared for pile number 3. Pile number 3, if you guys were drawn to the clear quartz crystal, this may be your reading, okay? Hopefully something resonates with you. Maybe not everything is going to resonate, but at least something, should resonate if it is for you. Since it's not personal, it's general. You don't have to have a person in mind. You could just be doing an energy check-in on yourself for healing purposes, for clarity. See where you are with your journey of healing and love. But if you are asking about a person, yeah, we're going to tap into that as well. But keep in mind, y'all, I do not sugarcoat. So if you guys are familiar with my readings, you know this already, But if you're very sensitive and you're not, too welcoming of messages that could be a little bit challenging to hear, that may require accountability and healing and work and stuff like that, then this may not be the message for you, because we are talking about a pretty heavy topic, which is here to just help provide some more clarity as to whether a connection is a genuine one. Is it genuine love or a genuine connection at least? Or is it all about idealizations and lust and things of that nature, right? Is it a limerence situation? Is it fantasies? Is it delusions going on, right? So let's get it. Let's tap in. You guys did choose the clear course, so I would hope that you're here for some clarity, okay? So we're going to kind of help you out here to distinguish between genuine love, physical attraction, and maybe just infatuation. So let's tap in and let's see. What is it that pile number 3 is truly seeking in a relationship? What are y'all truly seeking in a relationship? Let's see. Pile number three. Pile number three. What is it that pile number three is just genuinely seeking in a relationship? Sometimes you may feel overlooked or forgotten, like last to be chosen or picked, or maybe you feel like you're not going to get into a relationship until late in life. Wow, yeah, the hermit. You may be someone that is like a little introverted, or people might deem you as someone that's to yourself, very quiet, secluded. Maybe you feel like you're getting older, and you're still single, or you've been single for a long time. Now, I want to tell you, I just need to tell you this. You are not forgotten. You're not last in line. And there is a biblical scripture that says, the first shall be last and the last shall be first. So there's this thing of sometimes feeling like you're always last, or you're always late, or you might feel like you're a late bloomer. And sometimes that's okay. People that move too fast in life, like, anybody that's like fast moving or does things, sometimes you trip yourself up because you're in a rush, you're in a hurry, rather than taking your time and pacing your life out in its natural organic flow. Not everybody's meant to get married at a certain age, or not everybody is supposed to be in a relationship at 15 years old and stuff, or your body might have developed at a certain age and you feel like you were late in that, or you lost your virginity too late, or you're still a virgin. Like, it's your journey, it's personal to you. And as long as you're trying to compete and compare, you're not in your purpose. You're not in alignment with what's meant for you. You're not in alignment with your destiny. You're trying to be on somebody else's timeline. But what you're looking for in love, I feel like you're still trying to figure that out. You may have like a idea or a certain level of like desire of what you want, but I feel like there's still this, I'm still figuring out. I'm still searching. I'm still figuring myself out. I'm still figuring out where I want to be. I'm still trying to figure out where I feel connected and purposeful in. And so you're not really fully clear on that. And for some of you, it's like you know what you want, but you can't find it, or you feel like you're not finding it. Like, is what I want even existing? Like, does it even exist? Is the person, the type of partner I'm seeking, do they even exist? Yeah. You want a connection that lights up your life, I'm hearing too. Like a connection that, I'm hearing that Celine Dion, I think it's called Because You Loved Me. I think that's the title of the song. I could be wrong, but um, I believe that's what it's called. I think it is Because You Love Me. I'm hearing that. But I'm getting like you want someone to be like your light, or you want to be, or you want to be that for someone else. It is 8:08 p.m. here, and for some reason I feel like the infinity symbol or the number 8 is significant to you. You could be a life path 8. Your north node might be in Scorpio. So let's tap in further and see. Is your current connection or relationship based on genuine love, or is it just physical attraction? And if you're not connecting with anyone at the moment, do you tend to operate in genuine connection or love, or is it based off of mainly physical attractions, less idealizations, limerence? Let's see, pile 3. I'm getting 3 different cards here, so let's pull them. So first card out was the 6 of Wands, second card 4 of Cups, and the 4 of Pentacles, the third card out. So some of you guys, if you are asking about a particular person, it is based off of a little bit of an idealization. I feel like it's about how you look to people, or maybe this person, something about their reputation, or how you feel like this person would add to your reputation or make you feel better. I just want to tell y'all off the bat, for this group, it is all love over here, and I send you love, and I identify to some degree with you. For those of you that were the kid that was never the popular boy or girl, or you feel like you were always overlooked, or the last in line, or the late bloomer, you might have a little bit of a complex of choosing partners that you feel like have a little bit more than you, or in society they're the popular or the most attractive or conventionally attractive person, or they have a level of status, or there's something that they have where you feel like they're admired by a lot of people, including yourself. So you might go for partners that are um, kind of looked at and glorified in a sense, or you might fall into the trap of maybe choosing partners that you feel like are better than you, and to where it's almost like you feel beneath them, or like they're better than you, they're greater than you. um so I feel like if you're dealing with someone right now, it is based off of that vibration. If you're not, that could be a tendency that you have, a vibration that you have in partnerships. We're here to get healed, y'all. So this might be a little triggering, but I gotta call it as I see it. The Four of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. Some of you guys, you're not able to genuinely connect with the person, whether it's someone currently that you're interested in or dealing with right now, or you have this tendency maybe to be a little bit picky. Okay, yeah. No, I don't want that. No, this person got a X, Y, and Z. They gotta have this. They gotta have that. And that could be a manifestation again of still searching for what you're looking for, or you feel like what you're wanting, you can't find it because it's like, no, I gotta have X, Y, and Z. It has to be this. And there's some part of you that is, ooh, I'm getting chills in my scalps. I know I'm hitting on something. Okay. This is just download coming through, y'all. I feel also as well, you're protecting yourself. There's a part of you that feels like if you really were to have what you want, it might take you out of that shadow that you hide yourself behind. It sheds a light on you being seen. Someone actually will see you for you. You can't hide anymore. Some of you guys may have gotten a little comfortable in your singleness, that to be with someone is like to be exposed and vulnerable and open, and you may not be fully ready for that, because it's like, okay, I've been independent. It's been me. I've been my own guiding light. I've, been the leader of my life. And for someone to come in, it's like I have to kind of not give up my independence fully, but I do have to be in a team with someone. I do have to allow someone into my world, and it's not just me. It's not just all about me. I have to also be open to maybe sometimes this person leading and trusting in that. So there's these fears. So I feel like if you're not connected with someone, this is like, I wouldn't even say this like limerence, infatuations. And for some of you, it is, if you resonated with, the looking for the partners that, you feel like in society are ideals or desirable, that have a little bit more than you, popular, whatever. You might gravitate towards people that are in high statuses, high places. But it's like a superficial thing, I feel like, because it speaks to the part of the self that feels underdeveloped or not seen, not noticed. Okay. So take it as a resonate, because you could be genuinely connecting with a person, but if you're not open, for those of you that are in that energy of not open, or you feel like there's some sort of like specific thing that a person needs to have, it's actually coming from a place of you trying to protect yourself and push love away. Yeah. So what fantasies or idealizations may you be projecting onto a person, if any? And if it's not a person, just maybe a tendency on your relationships in general when you are in them or connecting with someone. What idealizations or fantasies? Okay. The Queen of Cups. Y'all gonna hate me. I'm so sorry, but I have to say it. Oh my gosh. Like, some of y'all could have like a princess complex, that someone is supposed to save you. Like, you want your partner to kind of like, I feel like the healthy part of this is that the desire to be protected and be able to be your vulnerable self, and like show the depths of your heart and your loving self in a safe space without being used and abused. That's a healthy desire, right? But when it comes to the fantasies and the kind of the projections that you put onto a relationship, is like, someone is supposed to rescue you or save you in some way, or that you're supposed to save and rescue your partner. It's like, I want this damsel in distress princess in a castle, or I am that damsel in distress in a castle that the Prince Charming is supposed to rescue and save out of their darkness, out of their misery. And that is not a healthy thing. Because that tendency for validation is there. So I feel like the key thing for y'all that you might want to start working through, if you're not already, is validation. You have to work on validating yourself. Some of you guys might be young, or again, it's like if you've never been in a real relationship before, you don't know what it really requires. It's easy to kind of fantasize about what you think a relationship should look at like. So it's nothing wrong with desiring true love and for someone to see you in who you are, and it's a safe space to be loved and to love. There's nothing wrong with that. But kind of seeking like that validation through love, that's what needs to be healed, okay? Um Yeah, because essentially, no one is going to save you per se. They might be a support to you, but to fully take you out of your own misery, that is your responsibility. And yes, we'll have catalysts and people that might inspire or encourage and support, but to do the work for you, no ma'am, no sir. That's never going to happen. And that it shouldn't be that way anyway. Um, it's not fair to the other person. And I'm pretty sure that you would feel the same. Like it would be a burden to be that for someone else. But yes, you do deserve a safe space and love. You do deserve someone that is going to protect your heart and not abuse it or take advantage of it. Um, yeah, so let's tap into, if you are connecting with someone, what is their true intentions, their feelings, their wants? And if not, if you're not, connecting with someone right now, what is your true wants, intentions, and needs in love, or feelings in love? Let's see. Ten of Swords. Those of you not connecting, let's see. Okay, so Page of Wands. So for those of you that are interested or connecting with someone at the moment, or maybe in a relationship, your person's intentions, their wants, their feelings, and things like that, I feel they too want to maybe annihilate or end certain toxic aspects, maybe of themselves and or the situation, the connection. There's something that they feel like needs to be put to rest, something that they deem is working against them, working against their joy, their happiness. Um, Keeping them from what they really desire and want. And I feel like they want the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like they want the Ten of Cups type of connections and energies. They want to be financially grounded and stable. They want to have a happy home life. They want to have a happy family, peace, joy. And for some reason, they feel like they're not receiving that. They're not getting that right now, whether it may not be due to you. It could be just due to things within them, because I feel like this is more so speaking about a personal thing that needs to be annihilated, maybe within the self. Okay. If you're not connecting with anyone, what is your intentions, feelings, and needs in a connection? Page of Wands. You want something that lights you back up. And there's nothing wrong. Like I said, some of you guys may have been single for a very long time. You've been bored. You haven't really had much luck in love. And so, you want to be careful with that energy of not being in a desperate place of I'll just take anything, or I'm not going to live my life until someone comes in or someone special enough gets my attention. You don't want to come from that place. Be in a place of where you're still seeking your joy through you, through yourself, through your life. Where is your joy? Where it doesn't, where at least where it's not completely dependent or solely dependent or first dependent upon somebody outside of you, whether that's romantically or friends or family. It's like you got to find that joy within yourself first. Like if I didn't have friends or family all around, or if I never get into a relationship, could I still find joy in my life right here, right now. Um, and what does that look like? Okay. All right. And then we're going to ask, what are the signs? Oh, before I forget, I jump around too much. What are you contributing to this dynamic? If there is a dynamic, what are you contributing to the dynamic? And if there is no dynamic right now, what could you contribute in the future? Ooh, okay, that fell right on my pants leg. The Page of Pentacles, 2 pages. So for some of you, what you're contributing right now is, I feel like, the desire to invest. Maybe to learn about the person or the relationship, like their love language. Um, Maybe trying to figure out what a person needs, like how to nurture a connection. So I feel like that's a positive thing, like in a balanced way. Like, what is it that you contribute? Is, okay, how can I nurture a connection? What can I learn more about the person I'm connecting with or vibing with, or future connections? Like wanting to actually know who or what you're investing in, or what can you do, like learning. It's like you want to learn. You want to learn about the value of the person that you're connecting with. So that's a positive thing, I feel like, in a healthy way. All right. So what are the signs of a genuine connection, or that genuine love is present, whether in an existing connection or just like a potential future connection? What is the genuine signs of love that is present? What is the signs that it is a genuine love or connection? The Lovers. There is no attachments. There's no restrictions, like control, force, obsessing, addictive behavior. It's a maybe something about the way that you guys are able to communicate very openly and very freely with each other without judgment, without being critical or being closed off or fixed, or there's this free flow. There's this acceptance of self, of the other person, maybe affirming that someone could affirm to you that they feel this connection is very blessed. It's like you can see it's a fair exchange. I don't feel like you're completely used to or fully experienced or welcomed in a connection with someone that genuinely appreciates you or sees you. So to actually hear someone genuinely say that they appreciate you, that they feel like the connection is very blessed, or they feel that they're very lucky, or they feel and I don't get like in a love bombing way, like somebody that just met you on the first date and it's like, oh, you're my soulmate, you're my one. I feel like this is fate. It's like you can tell when somebody's gassing you up versus when someone's being genuine. So I feel like it's a genuine exchange. It doesn't feel pressuring. It doesn't feel restrictive, controlling, possessive. It feels free. It feels light. I feel like you might be kind of tense sometimes. Like you might connect with partners that you feel like you have to perform for. Like, okay, I got to be the perfect man or perfect woman. I can't say this. I can't do that. What if this person is thinking I'm stupid, or I don't want this person to think I'm too much, or maybe I got to do a little bit more. It's like this connection, the genuine signs of a true connection for you is going to be, it feels relaxed. It affirms or it speaks to a part of you that feels like this is a blessing. This is a fair exchange. We both benefit in a loving way from this connection. It doesn't feel controlling, doesn't feel manipulative, restrictive, forceful, this pressure. It's light, it's free, it's peaceful, it's at ease. Okay. So, what emotional or mental attachments do you need to release for clarity when it comes to your relationships, your connections? What emotional or mental attachments do you need to release? The World. It could be like the World card. I feel like you're very close to releasing something. Like you're very close. You're on the cusp of it, because it's like it's almost like you're going to break a cycle that you've been in. And I would say that once you do this, you'll be very surprised at how many people, if you feel like there's nobody interested in you, or you feel like there's some sort of block on your love life, you're going to be pleasantly surprised, like, once you close whatever you need to close out. And I feel like the emotional or even the mental attachment that you need to release is centered around like some sort of destination, some sort of timeline that you feel like you have to be on. It's like once you release that pressure of that, I feel like there's some sort of big breakthrough with this. Like you let this go. You stopped hiding yourself. You stop putting yourself in a box or allowing other people to put you in a box. It's almost like you don't give a fuck. Once you stop giving a fuck, and what I mean by that is like caring too much about how people see you, what they think, or feeling like you have to conform, or the way that your life is headed, where it's going. Oh, it's got to go this way, and it must be that. Once you stop giving a fuck about those opinions, it's a massive breakthrough for you. Yeah. Yeah. Death card was at the bottom of the deck. So yes, massive transformation, breakthrough, change, shift, for sure. All right. Lastly, what steps, or not last, almost last but not least, what steps can you take to heal from past patterns or wounds in love? What steps can you take? Let's see. What steps? Thank you. You got a couple of cards. Yes, you got the King of Swords and the Ace of Wands. So what steps can you take? First off is to be very clear in where you want to be, like what gives you passion. Start there. Because once you are clear in your mind, what gives me life, what gives me passion, or you start to seek that, that's what's going to unlock that unapologetic energy of like, this is, I'm not on anybody's schedule or timeline, this is my life. And when you're in that space of freedom, and it's almost like it's a divine opportunity calling you to knock and seek. When you knock on that door, you shall find what you're seeking, the answers that you're seeking, or whatever that is, that permission to be yourself. You gotta ask within yourself, like, where is it that I want to be in life? Where does my passions lie? And again, remember, it's not about somebody else first, or solely about someone else outside of you. It's about inside of you. Once you do that, your focus of comparing, that spirit of validation, that feeling like you're behind or you're a late bloomer, you stop caring so much, because you found your passion, you find what gives you life. And it's like, who cares what other people think? Because it's a spark on the inside of you. Yeah. So I feel like that's the first place, like, to start with healing those past relationship patterns and wounds, because your relationship patterns and wounds are connected to seeking validation and that feeling of rejection, feeling not good enough, or feeling like maybe you're overlooked, you're not seen, you're never picked, you're never chosen, you're behind, you're late. So you don't have to prove anymore. You don't have to prove to nobody else but yourself. Show self-approved in God. And then others. Okay, I want to make sure that, I'm living in my truth, whether you have kids or my future kids. It's like, start, like, are you proud of yourself first? Are you happy with yourself in your life without trying to compare it to somebody else's notes and with someone else's standards that they place, maybe for their own selves or for you? This is your journey. You're the only person that has to walk in your path, in your shoes, in your skin, your head, your heart, your mind. So find a happy place within that. Find a peace within that. Find a comfortable space in that. All right. So last question, and I'm going to pull the oracle cards, and that will conclude this pick a card. So, what can you do to invite a clear and genuine love into your life? What can you do to invite a clear and genuine love into your life? Let's see, Divine Spirit, what can pile number 3 do to invite a clear and genuine love into their life? if we haven't tapped into that already. The devil, let go of the attachments. Let go of that restrictive energy, or like love is this. There's a separation between genuine connection versus, it's like a distinction between genuine connectedness versus attachment. So I feel like you've been operating in attachments, whether you place certain restrictions on yourself and limitations, or these standards that don't resonate fully with your soul, they resonate with your wounds, or placing certain projections and responsibilities onto a person that doesn't belong to them, like your partner has to be X, Y, and Z, and if not, like, I want this person, but I want them to fit in the shoes of who I want them to be. You have to let that go. And if you've been in partnerships or relationships, or you may have had a dynamic as a child where you had a parent that maybe put that on you, like, I have a template of the perfect human being that I want. I'm going to force my child to be that, even if that's not their path. That's not what resonates with them. It's like you're breaking free of those energies, those attachments. So I think pile number 2 had these same cards, the devil and the lovers, that came out in the same spread. So it's like the opposite. The lovers is true connectivity. True connection does not mean being attached or being chained and tied down. It's a choice of how you show up for each other, or if you even decide or you want to continue to show up for someone, where the devil is like, no, you're stuck with me. It's got to be this. It's got to be that. Micromanaging the connection, obsession, addiction, lust, fear, insecurities, spiritual attachments, like this, wounds, all of that, being able to be manipulated and controlled, rather than being in a place of healthy governance and protection. And I get, like, in order to invite that type of connection that is pure, that you're really seeking, that you really want, that safe space, you're gonna have to let go of that devil card energy. Okay. All right, so let's pull some oracle, and that will conclude the pick a card. All right, so pile 3. Let's see what else. Use these astrology cards. Okay. You have fire. Do it with passion. Remember, you gotta find that passion. 5th house. Let's have some fun. Yeah. What is it that sparks you up? What lights you up? You gotta find that. Aquarius, fly your freak flag. So yeah, y'all, like, I feel like you're doing yourself a disservice. Like, I feel like you're a really dope person, but there's parts of yourself that you hide because you feel like you're going to be criticized or judged, or maybe you have. And that's going to block you from your person. If you're not being authentic, it blocks blessings that are meant for you. When you're trying to conform or fit in, the blessings that are aligned with you and meant for you, or destined for you, that have your name on it, it can't find your location. It's almost like a mispackaging, or the wrong shipping label on something. It's like you can't locate your blessing if you're trying to misrepresent yourself, or maybe you don't even recognize it sometimes. But like, if you feel like, okay, in order to be with this guy or this woman right here, I gotta be this and I gotta be that. Yeah, you might attract them being in that energy of what you think that they want you to be, or who they told you they want, or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's not going to stick. It's not going to work out. It's not a genuine connection, because it's not built off of authentic energy. So in order to be in that energy of authenticity, you got to find the light that is inside of you. Once you live in that truth and that energy, that signal goes off, and the things that are meant for you, the things that have your name on it, the blessings, the experiences, the offers, and the opportunities, the connections that are meant for you, they can find you and locate you. So it's a disservice to not be fully in your authenticity. You can't be afraid to do that. And unapologetically, this is my journey. It may not look like what everybody else is around me, or what people expect, or what society expects, and this and that. You gotta, you know, this is the template. You gotta go to college. After that, you gotta meet a guy or girl, get married, have babies, do this, buy a house, like that whole American dream, or whatever culture or traditional thing, that pressure, that is not everybody's life story. We're meant to live our lives and our journeys according to our our path, our journey here in this planet, in this earth, in this life, not based off of somebody else's perception and time. Even if it's man-made, it's just not how it goes. You know, only God knows, or whatever, the higher self, what have you, whatever. Your timeline is unique. It's uniquely its own, and it's meant to be that way. It's not meant to look like everybody else or identical. So that pressure that you place on yourself, or that fear, let it go. Breathe it out. Maybe some of y'all need to do some breathing exercise. Like, take a deep breath or a few deep breaths, hold it, and release all that tension, all of that off of you. Woosah, child. Woosah, woosah. Okay. Nam Yoho Renge Kyo. Anywho, no. I send you guys much love as always. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to stick around for the personals, we're doing $22 personals on here. Timestamps will be available next to each and every person's name that participates in this reading. So that was a pick a card, y'all. Much love as always. Be blessed. Thank you, pile number 3. It was my pleasure to help y'all. I hope I was a helpful source for y'all in a positive way. Something to give you some food for thought, some revelations, something to reflect on, work through, or encourage you. Okay, hope it was a blessing. Like this video if it was helpful, if you enjoyed it, it was hitting on something. Okay. All right. So let me put my list in the chat. So let me see. I want to just check real quick who I have on my list, because the list is still open. It is open still. Okay. My stomach is growling. Okay. So. Where's the live? Oh, I'm just, I gotta do it from another phone, another device. Hold on. I need to stop biting my straws. Okay. So, who I have on my list so far, I have Breyonna and KV so far. So let's get started. I'm gonna quickly put the timestamps for the pick a card in the description. Do, 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 do. All right. Pile 1. Pile 2. Yeah, so that was the pick a card. That was really good. I like it. Spirit was coming through with the messages. I took something from those too as well for myself. I'm like, okay, Spirit, call us out in a loving way. Thank you. Call us out on what we need. All right. Okay. So if you guys are just now, yeah, they was messaging. So for those of you that are here for the personals, greetings. If you're here for the pick a card, just close out the live and come back, and it should show the timestamps now. If you click out and come back, yeah, it should be available. I think. I don't know if it allows you to do it while you're live. It should. Probably not. Probably after the live stream. It's okay. But the timestamps are there, so if you want to just like scroll back, that's fine. You can do that. All right. So Breyonna, let's tap into your reading, Okay, we clear out the collective read. We send everyone in the collective that was meant to receive a message of insight from those messages, love, light, and peace. Amen and ashe. And so it is. Thank you to our divine team for the help and the guidance and wisdom that they shared with us. Most High God Source, first of all. Thank you. Amen and ashe. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So Breyonna, your timestamp is 95:44. I'm gonna have to convert that because that is not a real timestamp. Okay. So you're asking about your person, Mr. Blank. We're not going to say his name on the live, but let's tap into the energy surrounding that. Let's do like kind of like a you versus them. Where's your energy at in comparison to their energy? Let's do that. Okay, you got judgment. You got the temperance as well. 10 of Swords. You have like I feel like you know that you have a big decision that you need to make and you're trying to consider both sides. You're trying to like, have some compassion, consideration for yourself, but also the other person. It's like you're kind of undecided about what you want to do, what you need to do. Where's this person at? Where's this person at? Spirit asks for permission to tap into both parties. Oh, Three of Wands. Yeah, Three of Wands flew out of the deck. Breyonna's person in question. Two of Wands. And this, I'm going to take this because it's flipped face up with Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is a man in this deck. He's in drag, but I'm using the queer tarot, so I feel like I need to read it from their perspective, your person's perspective, and also how they see you. I'm getting like two different energies. So, the first thing that I'm picking up, like, again, your energy is like, I have to make a decision, but you're trying to be sensitive to the connection. It's like, you don't want to just, I'm hearing jump ship. Yeah. You don't want to just jump ship. I feel like you're trying to pace this whole thing. You're trying to, again, have compassion, be patient, maybe seek out, like, let me see the divine side of things. I'm not just going to just pick apart the situation, maybe, like, let me check myself, let me make sure that I'm viewing this from a healthy place. Like, I'm getting, like, patience. Their energy is giving, they're anticipating, like, some sort of decision, as well, like more so in action, like should I or should I not, or is she gonna do it? Should I wait? It's like they're kind of looking to see what you're gonna do. That's what this feels like. Should I like jump out there and do something? But it's almost like they're waiting. How do I explain this? Because I'm getting this energy like they want to do something, but it's like, well, let me see what she's going to do. Let me see how she's going to respond, or what's her move, what's her action, where's her stance on this. Like they're waiting. So they are kind of in their Queen of Wands energy, is where it's like they want to show up in some kind of way where they're still actively in your life, or where you're still interested in them, where you're still attracted to them. But they also want to kind of sit back and see what you're going to do. So they might feel like, they might feel a little conflicted because I'm getting, like, being a man, I should take action or I should do a specific thing. But it's like, am I being like, am I being too feminine? Am I being too much of a bad bitch waiting to see if she going to do, like, it's a conflict. It is a conflict energy, like a conflicting energy for them, because they have all wands. So it's like action and movement, but at the same time, it's like, but let me see what she's going to choose. Yeah. The bad bitch soft era. Like, let me, like, should I wait? Should I let her chase me? No, I'm just playing. No, it's kind of giving that a little bit. Okay, so let's see what you can potentially expect from all of this energy, because I do kind of feel like the move is on you because there's a decision. Hey, Simone, long time no speak. I feel like there's a major decision that you need to make here. Like the ball is in your court. Because it is important. It's not just like no typical situation where a woman is chasing a man and the man gets to sit back and fall back. Like, no, it's really like something is up to you. And I feel like they know this. Because you got those two majors right there. And I feel like there's like a higher source to all of this. Yeah, you know, we gotta have a little tarot humor sometimes. We can't be too stuffy, you know. We gotta have some fun. Shit. Let's see. Spirit, come on now. Hey, Simone, how you been? Third house, take a good look around. Yep. I feel like that's what you're doing. Capricorn, buckle down and get to work. Stellium at the bottom of the deck says stop obsessing. So the third house is the house of communication for sure. Not bad and bougie. Third house, I feel with the take a good look around, it's like take a look at your foundation of your connection, like the existing of it. And it could be like there was conversations because there's lips on these houses. So it's like things that have been said over time and like, okay, well, based off of what has been said, what's really going on, like what is the foundation right now? What has been built? Because it's like it's this connection does require work. It requires work from both ends, obviously, right? To build this house, to build a sturdy foundation. It's like it's going to take more than one hand to build this house. And I feel like Spirit is saying to not obsess over the situation too much, but there is a need to reflect. There is like some type of either a conversation that needs to be had or is going to be had, and or it's like inner conversation within your, like you got to have a conversation with yourself and like really tap in and ask yourself the question. And I feel like, again, going back to previous conversations that maybe you guys had about your connection or like maybe future plans or like how you guys see like commitment or something maybe about long-term ship building, and based off of that and thus far where things are, what is that foundation looking like now? Has it improved? Has it changed? Is it growing? Is it not? Is it all just words, or is it conflicting desires and goals? Like you got to consider those things. And there could be another conversation around that again, because like I said, that third house energy is the house of communication. With Capricorn energy. So Capricorn is like, let's get to the nitty gritty. Like, let's work it out. Let's see what's up. It's also ruled by Saturn. So Saturn is like a powerhouse usually too when it comes to dealing with heavy duty shit. Okay. All right, Miss Ma'am. That is what I'm seeing for you, Breyonna. I appreciate you for donating. But yeah, I hope that was like helpful or just kind of confirms, because I kind of feel like you know about, it's like a decision that needs to be made, but it's like you want to make sure that you pace this correctly. You don't just rush into something or just completely throw your hands, like throw this thing to the wind or just close it out. Yeah, and the Queen of Swords, she flew out of the deck on the floor. So yeah, there's some things to consider. Like, yes, I'm gonna be wise at the same time and sort through this, be rational minded, be clear minded, but I'm also gonna be receptive. I'm in a receptive mode. So yeah. All right. Oh, that's what you're asking. Let's see. I'm gonna ask it real quick. Spirit, is this connection genuine, or is this based off of a limerence between Breyonna and her person? Is this a limerence? Is this a limerence situation? I guess I should have been more specific. Yeah, I mean, the 22 is like whatever, like you want to ask. But if you want to know about the limerence thing, like let me, like y'all, just let me know. Um, is this a genuine connection between Breyonna and her person of interest, or is it limerence? I feel like you know. Intuitively, I don't feel like it's limerence per se. I feel like there's some things that need to be worked through between the two of you. Like your foundation may be like it's like you're including it's like y'all including certain things in a connection that is not helpful to building a healthy commitment. But I don't believe that you are delusional about as far as the connection, meaning like, are we genuinely connecting with each other? Is there genuine love or feelings, or is it just me projecting? I feel like, yeah, there's a little mixture of projections sometimes. And I feel like with connections, you could be in a whole divine ordained connection that's meant for you, um and still bring issues and problems into a union, and sometimes still project your wounds onto each other, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's not a genuine connection. Does that make sense? So I don't feel like you're in limerence. I feel like there's wounds, there's patterns and traumas that need to be worked through like any other relationship, and some projection a little bit, but I feel like your connection needs work. And that may be the part that maybe you're in denial about, or certain aspects of what needs to be worked through. Maybe you're in denial about it, but ultimately, you know, like, you know the truth with the High Priestess card. I do feel like it's a genuine connection rather than not. I don't feel like this is limerence. Yeah, no, I don't feel like this is limerence. There are some things that do need to be worked through though. And that's the part that I feel like you guys need to get on the same accord. It becomes limerence when it's like, okay, well, I'm just going to do all the work, or um, this person, like, you know, I'm not going to hold them to do anything, which I don't feel like you're doing. So what is limerence? Limerence is like pretty much, I'm going to paraphrase it, but it's one of those psychology things, like, you know, these things that we hop on. But no, it really is an actual thing where people kind of fantasize an ideal, a person or relationship, and sometimes it's not really a real situation or connection. It's usually just based off of fantasy, obsessive energy and attachment type of energy, if that makes sense. It's deeper than that. You can look into it. It's actual thing. It's a real psychology thing. So that's what I'm getting for you, Breyonna. And no, it's okay. I should have been more specific. Yeah, like an infatuation. Yeah. Kind of creating an ideal in your mind or a fantasy about the situation of the person and not really dealing with the real of it, you know? I feel like we've all kind of been in something like that before. Especially if you're emotionally like avoiding or emotionally unavailable within yourself. Those type of connections are like fucking caviar to the wounds. It's like, yeah, gotta taste it. Got to have that. You're welcome, sis. Yeah, I've been doing well. Working, child. Be tired as hell, but hey. Yeah, the holidays. Okay, so Miss KV, Miss Chris, you're up next, and then Simone. Let me just make sure there's no one else I need to add onto the list yet. Let me just double check. Do, 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 do. All right. I want sushi. All right, so KV, you're up next, sis. Where? Let's see, timestamp. I cannot see that. I got break my neck to see one. Is that 110? 110.10. That's interesting. 110.10. We're gonna have to change that timestamp because that is not going to show up on YouTube. We gotta convert it. All right, so you want a personalized love read between you and this person in question. So let's clear all the energies previously out with love, light, and peace. We send Breyonna and her person of interest love, healing, peace, and divine protection in all spaces and all time. Amen. Ashe. So it is. Okay, ask for permission to tap into Chris and her person of interest energy between them. The love energy between them. Let's see. What's the energy? Start with Chris. Where's her energy? Where's her energy? Two of Wands. Judgment. Eight of Wands. Your person of interest. Was their energy towards you and or the situation, the connection. The World. Three of Pentacles. Justice. Interesting. Okay. Hangman at the bottom of the deck. Could be like no one's moving, no one's doing anything, no one's saying anything. It's just kind of like y'all just hanging there like lumps on the log, or just like feeling like, oh no, it's not the right time. Or it's like something about an approach. Because I feel like this person is attracted to you for sure. This person may even feel like you are some like a prize of some sort, or like a trophy or something, like someone that they would be proud to show off or be with. And I don't feel like it's just all like ego. I feel like it is a part of them would feel like you would be an ideal partner for them beyond just the surface things or looks or whatever, something that you have going on. It's like there's things about you that this person does admire. They may feel like it's going to require a lot of work though to make that happen, or to accomplish having a relationship with you or maintaining a relationship with you. Like it's going to require a lot. And I feel like this person is being very careful about the decisions that they make around this, to the point where they're not doing anything. For you, it's like you might want to reach out to this person or something, or it's like you catch yourself like, okay, should I reach out first? Whether you guys are in communication, and if you're not in communication, it may be like a desire to want to reach out and say what's up or see what's up with them. There is something with like the internet online for both of you. So like maybe you guys, I don't know if y'all follow each other on social media, y'all watch each other's stuff or something like that, whether it's like incognito, low key, or it's like blatant. Because this World card kind of looks like a story. So whatever that story is, could be a Snapchat story, it could be a TikTok story, it could be Facebook, Instagram, whatever story. But yeah, I feel like you're trying to like see if you're making the right judgment on maybe taking some sort of action or reaching out to this person, saying something. Because I feel like I don't know, you could be checking on them, or trying to feel the energy out or something. But it's like in order to break some sort of ice, or how do I explain this? You're going to have to take action. It's like this already. You know this already. Yeah, it's like I know I'm going to have to say something, or something needs to be done, like, because like I said, it's this energy of like, no, you do something, no, you say something, or should I say something, should I not, should I do this, should I not, on both sides of things. But again, for this person, it's more so of like, they know like if they are to kind of step forth in some way, that they're going to have to show up, or they don't know if they're ready to show up, they don't know if they're capable of showing up. So that's kind of the catch 22, I guess you should say. I don't even know if that's the right term for this or to use for this, but yeah. And I really feel like Spirit is encouraging one of you, it could be this person, to not, because if there's an uncertainty, if there's a lack of confidence or a lack of commitment to something, or it's like this energy of uncertainty, don't do it. Lack of confidence, don't do it. Don't play yourself. Don't, you know what I mean? It's kind of that type of vibe. So you have Jupiter and Cancer. So Jupiter says go big or go home. Yeah, exactly. Like if somebody's not ready to be bold or be confident or to show up or to dedicate to a certain degree, it's like don't even waste your time. Don't even do it. And Cancer says soften your heart. So someone may not be, and I feel like it's this person, but if you feel like this is you as well, then, take it as it applies to you. But like someone is not as ready or emotionally open or available. Their heart may not be ready or open. Okay, so Jupiter in Cancer could be maybe a particular placement that is significant, or just like the energy around Jupiter in Cancer might speak to you. But yeah, the only way to really find luck, I guess you can say, is how open or how willing are you to dedicate yourself and show up for love or show up for the people that you love and care about, is the question I feel like that is being asked of one of you, or if not both of you, then at least one of you. Are you really ready for the growth or the expansion or the lesson or the learning that the heart really has to offer, is the question. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you, Miss KV. I hope that was helpful. Hope that makes sense. Okay. So I'm sending much love to you, sis. Long time no speak. I hope you're well. Take care of yourself. Be safe out there, sis. And I'll talk to you in divine time. Much love to you as always. Peace. Okay, so let's see. Miss Simone. Let's get your time stamp. Okay, let's see. 117:27, and I'm gonna fix these timestamps after the fact, so you can actually click on them if you come back and watch this. All right, so Miss Simone, let's see what you got going on, sis. Yeah, I don't know if you had like a specific question. I don't want to start pulling unless it's just you want to keep it open. Let me know. Or yeah. I don't think you're doing the limerence true love thing. I think I don't know if you just want like a a general, like just read or a love read or a particular question. Let me know before I start pulling. And I'm going to fix these timestamps because they are all wrong. Okay, how does this person feel? If there's any third party interference. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Spirit, we clear all previous energies and messages. We send love, light, and peace to all previous parties that we read for. May they be divinely covered and protected by the light at all times. No matter what space and time or room and space they exist. Amen and ashe. So it is. Okay, so Simone, her person of interest, ask for permission to tap into both parties' energies. How is this person currently feeling about Simone and or their connection, their situation? And if you could highlight if there's any third party interferences in this connection. The Moon, Justice, Seven of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. Oh, shit. The top of the deck flew off. Five of Cups at the top of the deck. Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I feel like I don't get third-party interference. I do feel that suspicion of yours is coming from the lack of this like there's some emotions that I feel like are not being fully expressed. It's like there's like a mask. Like both of you guys could both, like, how do I explain this? Both of you guys could be projecting things onto each other, like, or due to the lack of uncertainty, like, okay, well, if you're not going to show your face, then I'm not going to show mine. So it's causing further confusion, like, okay, well, where does this person stand with me? Well, where did this person stand with me? It's like this going back and forth with each other, and it's like you're operating in similar ways, but like maybe how you guys are registering it is kind of differently, or how you're choosing to kind of move in that insecurity or that projection is kind of different. So I feel like they also wonder where you both stand with each other. It's like, well, where do you stand with me? Well, where do you stand with me? How do you feel? Um, they're trying to be patient before they make a decision. It feels like they want to be fair. They want to be honest, but it's like they want to see where you're at. What is the decision, though? I have to clarify this. Three of Cups. Three of Wands. Yeah, it's like a can we work this out, or should we just be solo type of thing? And maybe things have been kind of hard to get back into a good place for a while. Like you guys may have been trying to bring your connection back to a peaceful place or a harmonious place for a long time. Your connection may have been having a hard time recovering um, when this person kind of like put themselves in a situation where they didn't respect or honor the connection, or they were being selfish, or kind of just slacking off, or being irresponsible, being immature. Yeah, selfish. It's like it never fully recovered or something. Or it's like you guys are still trying to find that peace, trying to find that joy again, that trust again. The only third party interferences that I do see is like maybe some immature like people around them, friends. Um, yeah, you just said it. Okay, yeah. I was suspecting the third party is more friends and family. Yeah, it is. Um, I feel like it could be family members, like maybe family members that are like around the same age, or promoting like, yo, just have fun, just do, it's like some sort of immature type of energy or suggestions, if that makes sense. But I feel like this is friendship more than anything, or people that are close in age, if family. um I feel like you also wonder if this person is as serious or as capable of being serious as you. It's like you feel you're actually putting in the groundwork for the connection. And this person is not. And I feel they they recognize that, they see it. So it's like they're pulled in between this ideology of like what a real relationship requires versus like, okay, well maybe, how do I explain this? I got to find a perfect example of this, because it's like a relationship doesn't have to be stiff and all of that and boring, and you never can go out with your boys or whatever, your girlfriends. It doesn't have to be that, but it's like there's a level of respect, and it's like you can't spend all of your time with just me, or you can't spend all of your time with just your friends. Like there has to be a healthy balance, there has to be boundaries, things like that. So it's like maybe they're learning this. They want the connection to kind of just go back to how it was, where they felt like it was like, maybe the honeymoon phase where you guys, hung out, or went out a lot, went on dates, or whatever the case may be. Or they might even reminisce about the times that they could like just go out and do them. Maybe not about women and sleeping with people and stuff like that, but just like kind of being a bit more like they only had to answer to themselves. But there's something about maturity that I feel like this person is trying to realize, and they want to see how you feel about the connection, or how you feel about maybe certain things that they still want to do, or like it could be as simple as, well, okay, I know we're in a relationship, but how do you feel about me going to the club with my friends? Like, is that something that's a problem for you? Um, or something like that. It's like, it feels like this has something to do with them still wanting to have a little bit of freedom, but not like in a way, like I said, of cheating and doing that. But it's like they might have this perception, or maybe somebody's gotten in their ear, like, oh, well, you don't got to do that. Like, if she don't let you do that, then blah, blah, blah. It's like some immature type of energy. So yeah, I would say that there is some level of like third party interference, like some sort of like influence that's immature, or like um something inside of this person that still wants to do things maybe that isn't considerable to a relationship, or it's like the time management, like what they put into an actual relationship. It's like, okay, well, I can't do things as much as I used to do it back in the day. That's not fair to my partner, or things like that. But that doesn't mean that the connection is stiff or boring, if that makes sense. All right, let's see. Yeah, because I feel like your person could be selfish sometimes, or it's like certain things that they used to do, or things that how they had their life kind of mapped out, or how they thought they were going to live their life was a certain way. And then when they got into a relationship with you, it's kind of like some of those things needed to, either they feel like they got abandoned, but maybe they actually do. Like some of it does need to be abandoned. And again, like a relationship does not have to be boring, but there does have to be like considerations. Like you can't be as selfish. You can't, you know what I mean? Pluto, go all in. Yeah, go all in. Stop obsessing. It's like this person is being, I feel like, kind of called to consider whether or not they're going to go all in this connection, or they just going to keep obsessing over the way things used to be, or sitting in their head about it rather than doing or making a difference or making a change. It's like they're stuck. I'm going to pull another oracle card. Yeah, it's like they get themselves stuck in their mind, the air. Yeah, take a bird's eye view with the air card. So it's okay for them to like consider and, I guess, ponder the situation or the relationship. But when they start thinking too deep, and it could be like a thing of projecting too much into the future, which makes things a little bit more challenging, a bit more difficult, like adding more issues than it needs to be on a situation when it's too much thinking, like too much thinking, or going too deep into a thought or a question. You know what I mean? Like it's too much. And if this also resonates with you, like where you question, okay, should I go all in? I feel like I have, or should I not? Like what if it's this? What if it's that? Like too much thinking, too much worried about the future, it causes an imbalance for both of you. You're not able to see things clear. So maybe you guys might have to step outside of yourself. Um, is there still love from his end? I think so. I don't feel like it's not. I mean, because it seems like he still cares. Let me see. Three of Wands was at the top of the, or at the bottom of the deck. Let me see. Is this? Yeah, it is the Lover's card. But it's like you both are being called to make some sort of decisions as far as like how or if you're going to show up in this connection. What does that look like? Because I feel like you both still look at each other. You both still consider each other. You care about each other's thoughts and feelings, you know, even if there's that selfishness still there, there's still like, at least like, I wonder where this person is at with me. How does she feel? What does she want? What should I do about this? Like, they still care. So yeah, it's just for you, like on your end, I feel like what you can do, or maybe an advice for you, is to actually like to sit with yourself. If you're able to step away from this person, or you're in a place where maybe you guys are kind of dealing with some sort of level of separation, or you guys are just not getting there, you know, not on the same page right now. It's like, take that time out for yourself to look at this, not to go too deep and trying to, okay, what's the future? What's this? It's like, okay, based off of where we are right now, is this something that I should keep investing in? Or there may be a conversation that needs to be had about this person and what they're willing to invest. Because again, it's like, you both need clarity. You both have some sort of wondering, like, what the other person is feeling, what they're thinking, what's their next move. And it's kind of keeping you guys crippled from making your own decision. You're formulating your own opinion about the situation. If that makes sense. It's like, I won't make a decision, or I won't say this, or I won't do that unless I know where this person is at. And the way I feel like that's fair to a degree, but it can't be fully or solely dependent upon where each other, like what they're thinking, what they're feeling. It's like, but how do you feel? What is it that you really want? And go from there and discuss it, and combine, you know, compare notes or whatever, what you gather, what you feel, what you're wanting, what you need, and go from there. Yeah, so that's what I'm getting, sis. I hope that was helpful. Yeah. Okay. Well, let me see if there's any more submissions. If not, we're going to close that out. You're welcome. My pleasure, sis. Hope you've been well. Okay. I'm trying to, okay, yeah. The timestamps are in there, y'all. But yeah, I don't see any other notifications, no more submissions. So I'm going to close it out, you guys. Hopefully everyone enjoyed their personals and also enjoyed the pick a card reading for tonight. I hope it was helpful on both sides, both ends. So much love to you guys. As always, I appreciate you. Thank you for donating, for those of you that did, and for those of you that joined the live, watched. Show some love, some likes. I appreciate that. Thank you for your viewership as well. And as always, much love. And I'll catch you guys in the next read or live. Peace.